have a book I'd like to share with you today, and it's called Everybody Needs a Rock. The author of this book is Byrd Baylor. I hope that you enjoy this story as much as I do. Everybody needs a rock. I'm sorry for kids who don't have a rock for a friend. I'm sorry for kids who only have tricycles and bicycles and horses and elephants and goldfish and three-room playhouses with fire engines and wind-up dragons and things like that if they don't have a rock for a friend. That's why I'm giving them my own 10 rules for finding a rock. Not just any rock, I mean a special rock that you can find yourself and keep for as long as you can, maybe forever. If somebody says, "What's so special about that rock?" I don't even tell them. I don't. Nobody is supposed to know what's special about another person's rock. All right, here are the rules. Rule number 1, if you can, go to a mountain made out of nothing but 100 million small, tiny, beautiful, roundish rocks. But if you can't, any place will do, even an alley or a sandy road. Rule number 2, when you're looking at rocks, don't let mothers or fathers or sisters or brothers or even best friends talk to you. You should choose a rock when everything is quiet. Don't let dogs bark at you or bees buzz at you. But if they do, don't worry. The worst thing that you can do is go rock hunting when you're worried. Rule number 3, bend over. More, even more. You may have to sit on the ground with your head almost touching the earth. You have to look a rock right in the eye. Otherwise, don't blame me if you can't find a good one. Rule number 4, don't get a rock that's too big. You'll always be sorry. It won't fit in your hand right, and it won't fit in your pocket. A rock as big as an apple is too big, and a rock as big as a horse is much too big. Rule number 5, don't choose a rock that's too small. It will only be easy to lose, or a mouse might eat it, thinking that it's a seed. Believe me, that happened to a boy in the state of Arizona. Rule number 6, the size must be perfect. It has to feel easy in your hand when you close your fingers over it, and it has to feel jumpy in your pocket when you run. Some people touch a rock 1,000 times a day. There aren't many things that feel as good as a rock. If the rock is perfect. Rule number 7, look for the perfect color. That could be a sort of pinkish gray with bits of silvery shine in it. Some rocks that look brown are really other colors, but only if you see them when you squint and when the sun is right. Another way to see colors is to dip your rock into a clear mountain stream if one is passing by. Rule number 8, the shape of the rock is up to you. There's a girl in Alaska who only likes flat rocks. Don't ask me why, I like mine lumpy. The thing to remember about shapes is this: any rock looks good with 100 other rocks around it on a hill. But if your rock is going to be special, it should look good all by itself in the bathtub. Rule number 9, always sniff a rock. Rocks have their own smells. Some kids can tell by sniffing whether a rock came from the middle of the earth or from an ocean or from a mountain where wind and sun touched it every day for 1,000,000 years. You'll find out that grown-ups can't tell these things. Too bad for them. They just can't smell as well as kids can. Rule number 10, don't ask anybody to help you choose. I've seen a lizard pick one rock out of a desert full of rocks and go and sit there alone. I've seen a snail pass up 20 rocks and spend all day getting to the one it wanted. You have to make up your own mind, and when you find your rock, you'll know. All right, that's it. 10 rules. If you can think of any more, write them down. I'm going to play a game that takes just me and one rock to play. I happen to have a rock right here in my hand. Okay, so your challenge for this week is to go and find your very own special rock and post a picture on Seesaw. If you're
you're able to.